what we're going to do now is the more lecture portion of this class. I'm going to try to instruct you guys in a few different models for problem solving. And since we're running low on time, I'm not going to go over this in detail. So this is a very famous guy, Albert Einstein. Einstein has a very famous quote where he said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So one part of critical thinking is problem solving, right? The things with problem solving is that new problems tend to require new solutions, right? You need creative or original solutions. So the question I often run into is, how do I arrive at these solutions? One thing is you change your perspective. So in this realm, I'm just going to briefly go over 4 different perspective modeling. Okay, this is part of it. I'm going to skip past this. First one is the outside view. Okay, so it's kind of like a top-down model. So if you're trying to solve an issue, then what you do is you look for similar problems and similar issues, and then you compare and you say, okay, situation B is similar to my situation, and since this is what I did for situation B, I'm going to do the same for situation A. Right? Of course, there are issues to this because no 2 issues are identical, but outside view, think top-down, comparative. Okay. The second one is what we call the inside view. And that's more what I would say is the detail-oriented internal view. So instead of comparing it to other examples, what you do is you just look at the problem itself. Like maybe your problem is you're trying to design an app. Then you look at the specific requirements of the app, right? You look at the specific features, and it's that internal examination that should allow you to arrive at a conclusion, right? Of course, the issue is likewise, this can be limiting, right? It is also kind of tends to stunt originality. Okay, the third one is what we call the bird's eye view. It's kind of similar to the outside view, but rather than looking and comparing to similar issues, what you want to go look at is the process. Okay, I know this is kind of maybe a lot for people. So all I want you to know for this is problem solving is about the process. Like for instance, let's say you don't know how to do a math problem, right? The outside view would be, okay, I'm going to look at a similar difficult math problem. The bird's eye view would be more like, okay, how do I do math homework in general? Is there something wrong with the process there? Do I have to, perhaps, I don't know, divide my time up more wisely? Do I need to change the environment in which I do these math problems in? So it's more looking at the different processes that will cause you to arrive at a different solution. And the last one, which may not be particularly relevant to you guys, is what people call the worm's eye view. And this is more if you wanted to be a manager. If you want to be a manager, you want to solve issues that come up in the workplace, then you would go look at like your team. This is more about people and how you want to distribute resources and people. So there's 4 things for you guys to think about. You guys have to master it, but this is just more like the instructive point. Here's another example of perspective and problem solving. So a lot of, management / leadership skills right now is knowing which model to apply to a different situation. So if you guys want to be like the future business leaders of America or wherever, this may be something you run into the future, right? Which is like you want to have a vision, you want to have a goal, right? You want to accomplish some sort of objective for your company or your project. Well, how do you do that? You implement different perspectives to see where you want to improve and where you want to focus on. So just a table for this. And since we're running a bit low on time, I just want to ask you guys, especially the people who weren't able to share earlier, how will you use perspective to solve problems in the future? How do you guys think you can apply this to your future daily life? Yeah, Angela.
Maybe like you're doing a school project and then there are a lot of people in the group. Instead of just thinking like you are right or something, maybe you can listen to your classmates or teammates or peers' point of view, and then you guys can do the project together and like make all of your like ideas into one or something like that, so everyone gets to contribute.
That's excellent, Angela. That's a future leadership right there. Perfect. Xiwen, you want to share anything?
like when someone have a different point of view than you can't just say them they are wrong. Just like try to think of um like how they think of it.
Uh-huh.
Like try to change your mind. Like think outside of the box.
Uh-huh. I love it. Like thinking outside of the box. That's definitely like an entrepreneur mindset right there. She went very good. Yeah, Claire.
This might be similar to like I think shy, but like saying like combine both of the problems like problem and solutions. So if like
Mhm.
if you're trying to make like a project and someone wants to make like a small house, you want to make like a fancy house. You can make like a small fancy house, like something like that. And also, what does the picture have anything to do with the thing?
Uh-huh. Okay. I sorry, I didn't catch the last part, Claire.
I have a question. Like,
Uh-huh.
what does the picture have anything to do with the
Oh,
question?
that's interesting. I was going to ask you guys another question after this. So Claire said that you can combine input, right? So I think Claire, it could be like maybe your volume is a bit softer, so some of the classmates have a slight issue listening to you. That's fine. So Claire
I'm
said you can
trying.
combine input. Yeah, what's up? It's okay. I will just repeat what you said. So Claire said you can combine input. For instance, if someone wants to make a small house and another person wants to make a fancy house, you can work together to make a small fancy house. So my question to you guys about the picture is this dress blue or black? Blue and black or white and gold? Yeah, Angela, what do you see?
I see blue and like black. I don't see white and gold.
Yeah, Claire, what do you see?
I think a long time ago I saw like pink and gold, but and now I see blue and
And now
black.
I see blue. Does anyone see white and gold for this picture right now? I'm curious. Anyone in the class? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a very famous what's the term? Like I guess meme that got passed around. It's another one of those optical illusions about perspective. So people would see this exact same dress in either black and blue or blue and gold. It has something to do with how our eyes process color and brightness. So unfortunately, I'm just going to move on. Thanks so much, everyone, for sharing. But one other thing you can apply. Yeah, Angela.
I don't really see gold. Just curious, how do you see that?
That's my
It
mom.
has some. Yeah, what's that? Do you want to share, Claire?
No, but my mom sees it, and I'm really confused how she sees that.
Oh, so your mom sees the white and gold? Oh, yeah, it has something to do with how our eyes process colors. That's it. So it's like just literally different people will see different colors. If you guys want to learn more, you can go read up on it or take the class. We might go over this some more. Christopher, you see white and gold? That's amazing. I'm glad, right? So again, this is just one of those funny things about how our minds process color. There's no wrong answer. It's literally just, you know, this is the same thing about perspective, right? No one here is wrong. No one here is right. It's just how we see things differently. So you want to be able to account for that. How can you see it? You can't see it. It's not like the optical illusions we did earlier. This is literally how your eyes are wired. It's pretty interesting, right? Yeah.